Hi there, my name's Eugene, driving the vlog train today in a Toronto heat wave. So I thought, this isn't such a great day to be out there on the hot city streets. Let's see if we could find some refuge within the city, some green space. So I came out to James Gardens, and we're gonna do a little walk around James Gardens, check that out, and then a little walk around Lambton Woods and along the Humber River. So this monument here, let's come around closer. Erected to the memory of Frederick Thomas James and his wife, Margaret Rumney, whose love of the beautiful was perpetuated in these gardens. June 1955. Okay, let's go for a walk around. Got to be careful on the steps here while I'm filming. I don't want to have a crash. This is a nice shady spot. It's cooled down by the ponds and the trees. There's some koi swimming in this pond. And there's a little waterfall there. Maybe we can see it better from the bridge. Lower pond here. And then back down here, we have the parking lot and our next destination, which will be Lambton Woods. There's a duck pond here. Look, I've done some engineering here to bring the flowing water down from the upper ponds, and there's lots of duck and goose poop around here. These ducks are all mallards. The males have the colorful heads. We've left the gardens area, and I'm going to take a loop trail that's going to go through Lambton Woods and take us to a footbridge over the Humber River, and then we'll take the river trail back. I used to come to this area as a kid on my bike. I wasn't supposed to come this far from home, but you know, there's a creek here, and I used to like to try to catch crayfish in the creek, and there were lots of them. I didn't know what to do with them once I caught them, but that's being a kid, I suppose. And then I wasn't here for a long time. And then a few years ago, I signed up for a series of nature walks being put on by the Toronto District School Board. And they were led by a remarkable fellow, the late Miles Hearn, a wonderful man and a great naturalist. That guy could identify so many birds by their sounds, and we'd be walking along and he just identified plants as we came across them, and trees, and showed us the different kinds of buds. I learned so much during that time. The best time was the spring migration, because there were so many birds to look at and try to photograph. But the winter walks were really fun too. Okay, we're coming into the woods now. It's quite pleasant here in the woods. Shaded from the sun with all the greenery around. Sure, it's very warm, but doesn't feel like we're in the midst of a heat wave in here. I've seen a few people around today, but not very many. But evenings and weekends, these trails are very well used. And you can expect you won't have nearly as private an experience. There's some mosquitoes around. They've started to find me. There's the train bridge. And just a little further along here is the footbridge. Once you cross the river, you can continue downstream on the other side. I don't know how far you can get, but I'm betting you can get, well, at least to Etienne Brule Park. Quite tangled before you get to the river. You couldn't go down here, but it gets a little bit better up ahead. It's getting hot. Even with the shade, even with the river, it's getting hot. Still, it's a lovely, relaxing walk. Makes my day to step out into the woods if you can find some not far from the hustle and bustle of the city. If you're enjoying these videos, please slam that subscribe button. That would help me out. If you got some comments to make, please make them. If you have some suggestions, places you'd like me to discover, because there's a lot of Toronto. It's not about rediscovering, it's about discovering. So I'm looking forward to your suggestions, comments, things you love, things you hate, and everything in between. This is Eugene. Over and out.